Welcome back to FBN Live. What a show, man. We've tackled everything today. I'm on fire. I want to talk more about MMA stuff, though. We're going to do more on that because there's something going on there, man. It is like this crazy hot underground thing. And people are traveling all over the world to see fights, live, you name it. Not to mention, of course, as John just said, you can get it all on the web. But let's talk about travel now because Jeanenne how do I say it? Tornatore? Did I do that right? Orbit's senior travel editor is with us right now out of Chicago. Jeanenne, thanks so much for being with us. It's that time of year. People are starting to book. I know I actually just said the other day I got to book trips. When is the best time to do this?
Well, it's actually late if you haven't booked your Thanksgiving travel. We're under the 4-week mark now for Thanksgiving weekend. And, you know, the closer you get to Thanksgiving this year, the more you're going to pay. The fact is that the airlines have reduced capacity. They've already added on those holiday peak day surcharges. So travelers who may think they will be waiting for a last-minute deal are probably not going to see it this year.
So what about, I mean, is the Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever, December season, am I too late for that?
You're not too late, but it's important to book now for Christmas as well. It's the same situation. We're going to have reduced capacity. The one benefit to traveling over Christmas is that it's a little bit more spread out when people travel. Thanksgiving weekend is such a compact travel weekend with everyone traveling on the same 3 or 4 days. Whereas Christmas, New Year's, it's a little bit more spread out in terms of when people are traveling. So you don't have everyone traveling on 1 or 2 days.
Okay, so let's talk quickly about the cost of these airline tickets. Have they gone up that much?
We have seen ticket prices go up slightly from last year. As a traveler, you're not going to see a significant difference. Really, you can save by traveling on the off-peak days. So over Thanksgiving, for example, everyone's going to be traveling on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. Avoiding that day and the Sunday coming back, it's going to save you a few dollars. You're going to have a better experience at the airport. So traveling on off-peak days, travel on Thanksgiving morning if you can, come back on Monday. And over Christmas, where we're seeing the more expensive days are the 23rd and the 26th, right around Christmas. So traveling on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, you're going to benefit by saving some dollars, and you're going to see less crowds at the airport there as well.
Yeah, I have a friend who travels home to Atlanta every Christmas morning. He says it's genius, it's easy, nobody bothers him. I never know how far in advance you're supposed to book, because many times they'll say if you book too far in advance, you don't get the best deal, but then you get too close and the prices go up. So where's the sweet spot?
Well, for the holidays, the sweet spot is booking earlier. Like I said, if you haven't booked your Thanksgiving ticket, you should be on that because you're only going to see prices go up from here. And really the same goes for Christmas as well. With the reduced capacity, that's really key because that means less planes. And so those planes are going to get full faster. And it's a matter of supply and demand. The less seats that are on that plane, the more the airlines are going to charge for those seats. So the holiday's a bit different than just traveling any other time of the year because you do have such...
But then you have President's Weekend coming up. You have a lot of kids get February break. Then you have the Easter spring break. Should you be booking all that now already?
You should be at least looking and seeing what prices are, especially for those holiday weekends, like you said, MLK weekend, President's Weekend, spring break. Those are those peak travel times when we see a high volume of travelers over a small amount of time. That's not to say that you're not going to see fare sales between now and then. It's just really hard to tell. What you should do as a traveler is sign up for services like on Orbitz. We have a deal detector where you can sign up, you can put in the dates you want to travel, the parameters, how much you want to spend. We'll actually go back and check that for you and email you when we hit a certain price. So there are programs out there. There's also things like price assurance that Orbitz has that can help you if you're looking farther out so that you know you're not going to be paying too much.
That's actually very cool. I should do that. Right, quickly, because I know we don't have a ton of time, but just any tips we need to know traveling this holiday season? I know it's going to be busy. Security now is going to be amped up because of what's going on. So do I need passports, 3 forms of identification? What do I need this time?
Well, there's a new program called Secure Flight that's actually being implemented starting today, November 1st. And it shouldn't affect travelers too much over the holidays, but it's important just to be aware of. You're going to first see it when you book your travel. You're asked for additional information, your full name, including your middle initial, as it's printed on the ID that you're going to show at the airport, your gender and your birth date. And what's important is to make sure when you input that information, it is exactly as it's shown on the ID you're going to show at the airport, because they're doing behind-the-scenes checking to make sure that everyone's information is correct now. So if you don't want to get held up at the airport, just make sure that you're inputting that secure flight information correctly when you book your flight.
Jeanenne Tornatore, Orbit's senior travel editor. com for more tips, I'm sure, Jeanine, right? There's tons of stuff there. And I know I'm certainly going to sign up for those email alerts so I can book myself some flights, because I get screwed no matter what when I book an airline flight. Jeanine, thanks so much for being with us.